I'm meteorologist Nicholas Urboso with Fox 10 News. A significant severe weather event is expected for the Deep South on Saturday, especially Saturday afternoon, Saturday night for our local Fox 10 viewing area here in Mobile and Pensacola. However, the broader moderate risk of severe weather extends from Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Jackson, Meridian, Hattiesburg, all the way to Montgomery, Birmingham, and Huntsville there. That is where that moderate level 4 out of 5 risk is for Saturday from the Storm Prediction Center. Around that, an enhanced risk, then a slight and marginal risk around that as well. All this driven by a potent upper level trough that is sweeping across the nation. I'll point it out here. You can see on the west coast here how we have this big deep trough that is diving in here. This is a very sharp trough as well. These upper level systems are the driver for weather really across the nation. That is how our weather works. And as this tracks across, we will have a low pressure system that will likely develop somewhere over the Midwest and track into the Great Lakes. Then there will be a secondary kind of back end system that rounds the base of the broader trough and sends another low that tracks kind of across the Deep South here. And that will be the one that leads to that Deep South severe threat. That upper low, that first low I should say, actually does give us a marginal risk of severe weather or a moderate risk of severe weather for places such as the Midwest. But at the end of the day on Friday night into Saturday morning, we could have a trailing risk of severe weather for the Deep South. Notice the enhanced risk for portions of Mississippi and Alabama, followed by a slight risk and then a marginal risk. That slight risk does include portions of our Fox 10 viewing area, especially Greene County, Washington, Clark, and Monroe counties there. This could be a sneakier threat for us locally Friday night. Some forecast models, not all, but some show thunderstorms developing overnight Friday night. This will be our initial round. With this slight risk being inland, the inland spots are the ones that have some of those thunderstorms that develop. We'll take a look at Futurecast in a second. The main round, though, will be Saturday afternoon and evening. Supercell thunderstorms roll across the area. Here's a look at the HRRR, the latest run of the forecast model, showing a quiet day on Friday with mostly cloudy skies and maybe some sprinkles. But late in the day, after 10 p.m., we could have some showers that develop across the area, maybe north of Interstate 10. Then those showers could become thunderstorms as they move inland. And you notice how they briefly lit up there for a second. The period 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. for our inland counties might be a bit active with scattered showers and thunderstorms, a few strong. The overall threat with this will be damaging winds, hail, and yes, even an isolated tornado. Something we'll have to pay attention to. That's the one where you're going to really want to make sure you have your alerts turned on your Fox 10 weather app, on your NOAA weather radio, wireless emergency alerts, because this could be sneaky for Friday night into Saturday morning. But then Saturday morning itself is very quiet across our area. We have strong southerly winds, but partly cloudy skies. It might look like a nice day, but just off to our west, the thunderstorms get going. These are supercell thunderstorms in a cluster or a broken line. They will march across our area through the afternoon, pretty much after the noontime hour, and probably all the way until midnight that Saturday night. So that is where we have our STORMtracker Alert Day, high-end severe weather threat for our area, with the main round being noon to midnight Saturday afternoon, evening, and night. Damaging winds, hail, and yes, a strong tornado is all possible. Hopefully all this moves out by midnight Saturday night. Some of the parameters that we have for this setup, well, they're all in the kind of higher end of where they are for our typical spring setups. You can see here the dark purple colors. We don't see the dark purple colors on this instability map very often, but here they are, some really high instability values. The moisture overall is sufficient to support severe weather, and the overall unstable air is a requirement for severe storms, and it looks like it's exactly what we have. We'll also have some wind shear, and quite a bit of it. 8 a.m. on Saturday. Notice the winds going in completely different directions here. The surface winds out of the south, and then you have southwesterly winds aloft here, and that will continue through the day. So this is plenty of wind shear, that's kind of southeasterly versus southwesterly flow. That will lead to high shear values, and that will allow these storms to rotate through the day there on Saturday. So our threats: lightning, of course, wind, damaging wind, hail is a threat, and tornadoes an elevated threat as well. All of these are on the board. Just make sure you are staying alert. Some of the things that you need to think about right now ahead of our severe weather risk: of course, don't panic. Just make sure you're staying informed and also let others know that there is a threat coming Friday night and then, of course, Saturday afternoon, evening. Review your severe weather plan. Know where to go if warnings are issued. If you get a tornado warning, small room, lowest floor, get away from windows, be near the center of the building, a sturdy building. And have multiple ways to receive warnings, of course. That does include NOAA Weather Radio, Fox 10 Weather app. Our Fox 10 Weather app actually does have alerts. Make sure that they're turned on. Go to the settings, double check. Weather notification type is what you want to look at there. Also Fox 10 alerts. In the near term, though, we are quiet. Partly to mostly cloudy skies overnight tonight. Temperatures in the 60s. We'll have some fog in the morning. And that's not all. We actually have a lunar eclipse that's happening tonight. There's a busy forecast here, but the maximum eclipse will be around 2 a.m. here. It'll start at around 11 p.m. Be sure to try to check that out. We'll have the partly cloudy skies around, but you might get the chance to see it. The Futurecast does show clouds moving in right as the eclipse starts here. And then there you go. It's just filtered cloud cover there, light cloud cover, but enough to cause some issues for viewing this. Also, we'll have some fog around. The fogcast is pretty aggressive overnight tonight and into tomorrow morning. Your Friday morning will likely be foggy. Your day planner tomorrow in Pensacola will have clouds around with even a chance of a sprinkle, but I don't think that chance is especially high. Through Mobile, you can see mostly cloudy conditions and temperatures very mild tomorrow in the 70s. After our system passes on Saturday, we see clearing conditions. Sunday, 73 degrees, mostly sunny. St. Patrick's Day on Monday, temperatures in the 70s, mostly sunny. Our next rain chance comes by the middle of next week.